What's up, everyone on YouTube? It's your boy, the Memphis XLR8, coming at you with 100 Days of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where every day for 100 days, we're dueling with a different deck every single day. Today, we're taking a look at Aromage, everyone's favorite Wizards of Stank, which is a deck all about gaining life points and not falling behind in life points ever whatsoever. And so we got this nice little old deck that's focused around that, and a few little cheeky tech cards as well. And we're just going to have ourselves a good old time, thanks to Mr. Libra October, who suggested I try this deck out. And, we're just going to have ourselves a good old time with it. And let's just get ahead, get started, check out some duels on good old YGO Pro. Alright, I've had our opponents trying to go first with this deck as often as humanly possible. Opening hand is tolerable. Actually, I like this hand a lot, now that I think about it. So what we're going to do, play our field spell, Aroma Garden. This thing lets us once per turn gain life if we have an Aromage, or we have Jasmine, which is one of the most important ones. So basically, I play this, I'll gain some life points. Jasmine lets me draw a card. Since I now have more life than my opponent, I have an additional normal summon with this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to summon the Evil Thorn. Evil Thorn's a nice little tech. Basically, I can tribute it, and then I can inflict some damage. And that will allow me to summon 2 more Evil Thorns from my deck. Doing so will allow me to go for my Link monster, Aroma Seraph. Hello. Seraph here lets me, once per turn, I can tribute a monster it points to, summon another monster. What I want to summon from my deck, unfortunately, who is the one I wanted in my field? I wanted to summon Majorum, but unfortunately it's in my hand. Bit of an unfortunate situation, that, but I'm just going to go for the one with big attack numbers. I would have preferred Majorum, because then I wouldn't have taken any damage if my monsters battled my opponent's monsters. That's why we play this as a one-of, and I drew it, so unfortunate that. But we'll see what our opponent's up to. I've got the Null Nun, an interesting tech choice. If my opponent does decide to special summon something, then I can use this, and then every time he special summons, I will gain life points. The thing you gotta, watch out for is if your opponent just doesn't special summon, in which case you will gain nothing and you will lose half your life points. So, a bit of a tricky thing to play, but when it works, it works. And we're up against some sort of Lightsworn deck, not the most competent one, I don't think, but as it stands, we're pretty set. I'm gonna go ahead and gain some more life points. My opponent's got a whole lot of something. I don't know what it is, but let's go 1, 2, 3. You and me. So, yep, everybody goes off. I'm going to draw a card. And, let's see, this guy gets 1,000 attack points. And I'm going to get to add a monster. What do I want? I want Cactus Bouncer. He's part of our lockdown strategy. I could summon him now, which I shall, because that's what we do. So now that I have this, my opponent and I cannot special summon since I have a plant monster. So it's pretty dang sweet. So let's go ahead and do the battle phase. Bergamot here gives us all piercing damage. So it's pretty nice. And then that goes off. Oh, he's got Raikou. Ooh, that's unfortunate. It's unfortunate because then he gets to pop a card. He'll probably pop Bouncer. That way he can special summon again. It's sad, but true. No, he killed Majorum. Interesting. Well, since he did that, my garden lets me gain 1,000 life points, so that's nice. So let's go ahead and attack him with everything. I don't think he's going to survive this turn. We'll see. I've got plenty of attack on the board. Wasn't expecting to have this much attack on the board, but I did. So there's a clean win against a rather interesting old-school take on Lightsworn, so there you go. That's basically what we do. We just get enough life points, get enough Cactus on the board, and our opponent just cannot get around us. So there's a win. Let's go for duel number 2 and continue to gain our life points to the max. Alright, our second opponent up against Naruto Uzumaki. Must be French. But regardless, we got ourselves a decent enough opening hand. Not the greatest thing since Amsterdam, but I've got the Cauldron of the Old Man. Both a combo starter and our win condition all in one. Let me think about this. Let's go ahead and gain 500 life points. Every turn I get a counter, I can either gain life or burn. So I'm going to go ahead and summon out the Stank Wizard. So basically, let's see, blah, 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 does stuff. Like I said, I would have liked having Jasmine, and then I could have done more stuff, but as it stands, it's still alright. I've got Kananga. She does the can, I tell you. And we are up against ninjas, so that was the thing. Alright, so you've got some ninjas, I see. That's the thing. The thing about Nulnun, you gotta wait for your opponent to do things. Set ninjutsu art stuff. Yep, we're up against ninjas. As I probably should have figured, but if I can get out the Cactus Bouncer, I can stop him from doing stuff. When a monster special summoned, if you have a ninja, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, I don't care. All I need to do is get out the Cactus Bouncer, and I should be fine. Evil Thorn is it's a nice card. So the thing is, I can either go for Cactus Bouncer or Aroma Seraphy. I'm gonna go for the Cactus guy. I think he'll be better in the long run. Let's go ahead and get some more life points, because that's what we kind of do. We're just gonna gain another 1,000, and then Kananga will bounce this, because I don't trust it. This I don't care about. It's the other cards that worry me. Alright, let's go ahead and do the battle phase shuffle. We'll hit that Earth Armor Ninja. My opponent surrenders. Wow, you're the worst Naruto I've ever seen. Go back to France. But regardless, there's a that was a very quick win. We just locked him out of his special summon, so he really didn't have much of a chance, did he? That was also probably a battle trap. But regardless, there's a win. Let's go for duel 3 and try to get a bit of a longer win. But, you know, I still proved my point with my Cactus Boy. Alrighty, all our third opponents. I'd like to go first again, because first is where it's at. Opening hand is with intolerable limits. I mean, barely. Let me tell you, it's kind of barely within limits, but it's something. So let's go for Aromage Jasmine while we've got to the garden. Gain some nice life points. Draw another card. That is not the monster I wanted to draw, but it's the monster we drew into. Let's go for the Poisoning of the Old Man. And I'm going to go ahead and burn him this time. Like I said, this card is basically both our win condition and our combo starter. You know, I gain life points to use effects. I lose life points for my opponent. Stuff like that. You know, I've got a nice 1700 lead. I've got Blessed Wind. And I've got Dried Winds. So, depending on what we're up against, should be okay. Although, if this is what I think... Oh, it couldn't be Elemental Heroes. He has no full extra deck. I mean, it could be a weird version of Heroes. Because I'm thinking, like, Absolute Zero wipe the board combos. That would be annoying, because I don't have negation like that. We're up against... First, I'm against ninjas. Now I'm up against Slammerize. Such is the way of things. So this is special summon, add a... blah, 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 6 samurai. Okay. So he's got a monkey. Special summon this card from the hand. You only use this effect once per turn. I wish I had my Null Maiden, but I don't. Let's see. Banish a 6 Sam. This card's attribute, blah, 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 does stuff. Okay. But we're still fine. You know, I've got my Blessed Winds. You know, he's got Isolde, but I'm gonna be putting a stop to that. So what I'm gonna do is play a Blessed Winds. So this effect, I get to send a plant to gain some life points. I'm gonna get rid of Bergamo, and I'm gonna also play Dried Winds. So basically, when I gain life points, I get to pop a card. You know, once he adds his card, and then I get to pop his cards. That's what this does. It's one of our important play starters. So, okay, Dried Winds, then Jasmine. I'd rather pop his things than gain, you know, monsters and stuff. Oh, hey, I got Kananga. Sweet. Alright, so, no Isolde means no dumping equip spells and continuing plays. You know, I've stopped him right at the... Oh, he had Monster Reborn. That's unfortunate. Not gonna lie, it's rather unfortunate. Although he put it in defense mode. Add a 6 samurai with a different attribute from every monster you control. If one 6 samurai would be destroyed, you can banish this card from the graveyard. Okay. Interesting. I guess I can't think of any 6 samurai that special. Well, no. 6 samurai with a different attribute, so we could get like Kizan or Shinai. That is also an option. I was expecting something else, but such is life that he didn't get that. Yeah. I mean, if I've stopped his plays, then we should be okay. The thing is, we need to make sure his plays have been put kaputski. Because if he keeps making moves, I can't do that again. I can only use that effect once per turn. I can only use this once per turn. So, yeah, it's really going to depend on... Okay, he did have keys on. He had a keys on the whole time. That's unfortunate. Because now he can make... You know, he could just beat over Jasmine. He could go for another Isolde. He could go for that guy. Not gonna lie, he can go for that guy. That guy, indeed. It's the Battle Shogun. He gets to add his best card to his hand. Alright. So he gets the Gateway of the Six. Does he have the ability to summon more? I don't think he do. Alright, well, sad to say that Jasmine's gonna be taking one to the face. I'm sorry, Jasmine. You did. But it's okay. So long as we have more life points than the opponent, we're okay. That's the most important thing. Hey, look, it's Cactus Bouncer. Wait. Alright, so let's go ahead and go for Cauldron of the Old Man. I can pay 1,000 and bring that back, and I think I'm going to do that in a minute. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Cauldron of the Old Man. Not yet. What we're going to do first. Blessed Wind. We can pay 1,000 life points to summon this back. You know, it's kind of a thing, you know, we're paying life points instead of gaining life points, but now we're going to gain life points, and then everything goes good. So, Dried Winds will take care of the Battle Shogun. I mean, he can, you know, banish Kizaru, but that's just, you know, if he uses it now, then that's good for us, too. I've already used, let's see, I've drawn a card. I'm going to summon out Cactus Bouncer, because I can. And, oh yeah, I still have my normal summon. Sweet. So, I'm going to go ahead and use Lone Fire Blossom. And my opponent surrenders. Come on, man. I still had plenty of moves. I was going to go for Aroma Seraphy. And, oh wait, I couldn't use Aroma Seraphy, but I was still going to punch this in the face. But, regardless, there's another win. I've beaten Ninjas, and I've beaten Samurai. Can we go up against Plunder Patrol and beat them too? That would be nice. But let's go for 4th duel already? Sweet. Let's go for 4th duel, probably a 5th duel. We'll see how it goes. But let's go to the next duel. Alrighty, our 4th opponent. I'm telling you, we're doing pretty good today. I'm not going to lie. You know, when I was asked to do this deck, I believe Libra was saying something about this deck not being good or something, or he implied that. I forget exactly what he said, but yeah, no, it's doing alright. I mean, granted, this is not the hand that speaks with a mighty voice. But I can still do things with this hand. You know, I'm going to go ahead and Lone Fire Blossom. Go for Jasmine. Put that in defense mode because Jasmine has way more defense. Gain some life points so that I can draw more cards and get more summons. I got the blue one. That's fine. Unfortunately, I drew 2 Evil Thorns. Which is the one bad thing about our hand. Is that I drew 2 of those. As it stands, I can still use these as fuel for Blessed Winds, so I'm good there. I'm just going to end my turn. Blue boy here, you know, well, girl, whatever. Blue girl here has this effect where I can, you know, target a monster, change its battle mode. You know, it's not that great, which is why we only run 1 of it, but it is an 1800 beater in a deck that doesn't have a lot of big attack numbers, so it's still pretty good. I tell you, one good thing is we've barely needed our extra deck, even though I was planning to do. I mean, I've used, you know, Jasmine's really the one you really need the most, but yeah, no, I'm just saying. All right, we're up against something weird. Not gonna lie, it's something weird. All right, so now I've got the poisoning of old people. I'm gonna summon. Okay, let's go ahead and gain some life points. I want to, you know, activate my effects and junk. So, that way. So, I'm going to put that in defense mode. Normally, yeah. It has to be 2,000 or more, or I can't destroy it, or some nonsense, but I don't really care about that. Let's go for Aroma's Garden. I'm going to... Okay, here's what we're going to do. I could go for Cactus Bouncer, but I don't want to yet. Instead, I'm going to use up these thorns, because these thorns are in my hand. I don't want them in my hand. I'd rather go for Jasmine. Good old Jasmine. I'm going to get rid of Rosemary for one of our other one-ofs. And I'm going to go for our best defensive measure, which is Marjoram. So now I've got both of these. I can't be destroyed in battle, and I take no damage. It's pretty sweet. So let's go ahead and go for the battle phase. I'm just going to get rid of this dragonfly because it's in my way. I don't know. I'm going up against weird decks tonight. I don't know what it is or anything, but I'm not going to complain. Let's go ahead and end the phase. Cauldron of the Old Man is slowly but surely getting ready to destroy our opponent. Like I said, it's mostly here for gaining life points, because obviously it does a lot less effect damage, but, you know, it's mostly for combo starts and the like. Mostly. Excuse me? Did you just kaiju my Majorum? You have no honor. None. But, yeah, he surrendered. Okay, that was a weird deck. I'm not going to bother checking that deck. But let's go for a 5th duel. And, hopefully we'll actually get a good back and forth. Because so far it's been a bunch of people who don't, you know, they can't comprehend. That's just how it is. Alrighty, our 5th opponent. It's been a weird day. I didn't expect Aromas to do so good, but I think part of it is because my opponents are not that good. Or they're not using, like, the most competent decks. I'm going 2nd, and I don't appreciate that. However, we are up against 6 Slammerize again. So it's like, you know, maybe, maybe not. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to go ahead and put up the Null None Challenge. Let's see if he special summons. You know, now I've used Null None. If he special summons, I'll be gaining life points. 6 Samurais are all about gaining life points. So we'll see. We shall see indeed. If he doesn't special summon, it will be good, because I'll summon Cactus Bouncer and Evil Thorn and all the good stuff. You know, he's got this bamboo sword thing, but I don't really care about that. So he's going to summon out Mizuho. I'm going to gain some life points so that I'm not going to lose life points. Very nice indeed. Summon this card. Yeah, I can straight up summon Laurier from my hand. I don't know why he is not a tuner. But he can turn a non-plant into a tuner, which I've always thought was rather odd. Like, this is an archetype of all plants. Really, this guy's just mostly link material, but, you know. Such is life. He's in my hand. I can use him, at least. So I'm just going to keep gaining life points, my dude. I hope you understand that. I'm just going to keep on keeping on. I mean, you can do your combos and whatnot. I am going to keep gaining life points the longer your combo runs. And then what will you do? If I have 1,000,000 life points, you will do a whole lot of nothing. You know? Because I'm going to keep gaining all these life points. And, okay, Battle Shogun. He's going to add a counter card. This card's sent to the graveyard. Add a Bamboo Shard. Alright. He got the Dojo. Interesting. And then... Yep, Bamboo Sword goes off. Gonna get another Golden Sword. Alright. It's what you do, man. It's what you do. Me. I could really use, like, my field spell or something. Actually, yeah, I'd like my field spell. Very much. I think if I got my field spell, I could do some stuff around this. But I need said field spell for that to happen. Let's see. Special summon a 6 Samurai Sheer effect monster from the main deck with level. It's less than equal to the number of counters. Okay, so he's trying to get just a level 1 monster, which is probably Fuma. So we can make, like, I don't know, Trishula or some nonsense. 6 Samurai. I mean, normally this would be the part where I skip through because he's just being repetitive. But, you know, considering it's been such a short day, I figure might as well run through what the heck he's doing. You know? I figure Isolde again. Uh-huh. Oh, wait, no, the other guy did Isolde. This is the first time this guy's doing Isolde. I'm getting my decks mixed up. Alright? The other guy did 6 Sams too. Don't judge. Alright. So now, what just happened? Every time... Okay. He's got his old. He's going to add another monster. He's probably going to mill some more equip spells. Get more monsters. He's got Shien, which is slightly problematic. Just because it restricts my spell traps. But it doesn't lock my spell traps. So that's a good thing. Alright, so I think now is the good time to actually skip ahead. Because now he's just being repetitive. So I'll be back as soon as this guy's done. Oh, well, darn, man. Let me tell you, this guy really went off. I mean, he's got Boral Load. He's got all the Borals in the world. Unfortunate. I mean, granted, I have 28,000 life points. Jeez, that's a lot of life points. But, as it stands, I gotta get around this negate. And I don't know if I'll be able to do that, man. It's sad but true. We'll see. No, he's not allowing that. No, no terraform. This is sad because all I have is monsters. Let me think about this. Alright, let me think. Okay, so what we're going to do, Laurier, I can summon it from my hand if my life points are bigger than his. Hello, here I am. He's already used his one negation, so if I can get around this, I'll be good. Go, evil thorn. Burn him. Burn him. Summon more thorns. I tell you, when this thing first came out, it was pretty much trash. Now, it's a combo starter for me. I really wish I could go for things that would destroy him, but unfortunately I don't got none of those at the moment. So what I'm going to go ahead, Laurier, I can turn one of his monsters into a tuner, but I have no particular reason to do that. This card sent to the graveyard can gain 5... Oh wait, no, that's the gaining of 500 life points effect. I'll do that. You know, might as well gain another 500. Hello. I have even more life points now. How are you going to respond to that, Mr. Borals? Not even playing 6 Samurai. You have Shien and all that, and you didn't go for it. What a fool you are. Alright, let me think about this. I'm going to leave that there. Or should I go for you? 1,000 attack and defense to the end of the turn is sadly just not high enough. So I am going to go for Yasmin. And my reasoning for this will become apparent, hopefully. Hopefully it'll become apparent as to why I did that. So I'm going to go ahead and tribute a plant to summon a plant. Such is as I do. I'm going to get out Lone Fire Blossom. Alright, there we go. Lone Fire Blossom, tribute yourself. He really shouldn't have negated that first one. I mean, I would have liked my field spell, don't get me wrong. Oh. You made a foolish fool move. Now I can summon something that will get around Boral Load. So I'm going to go ahead for Bergamo. Yes, sir, indeed. And now I'm going to use Angelica to gain 800 life points. Balmakachu. Now I gain 1,000 attack points. And let's see. I can special summon this card, banish at least the field. I could do that, and I will probably do that, but for now, I'm going to attack this Boralo Dragon, because I feel like taking out some retribution on my opponent. Okay, so here's the situation. I have 30,000 life points. He does not have 30,000 life points, and I am going to go for my Angelica now. I can summon it from the grave if I have more life than he, which very obviously I do. This card special summon is a target a special summon monster. That or I can nuke his board. Nah. Memphis likes the nukage of boards. Nuke the board, my giant chicken. Nuke the board. Unless, of course, this is a solemn strike, in which case I am going to be a sad panda. But, as it stands, this ought to work. I'm mostly trying to get rid of Gateway of the Six. There you go. And we're good. Because I have way more life points than he does. I have more than 4 times the life points this guy's got. Actually, I think it's just shy of 4 times, but you know what I mean. So, yeah, he still has monsters. Don't get me wrong, and he surrendered. Well, that's sad. You know, he put up a good fight, but the Null Maiden just was too much for him. Next turn, I was going to lock him out of special summons and junk, but, yeah, there's another win against 6 Sams. They don't stand a chance against this deck. Who says these guys aren't good? Not me. All right. I think we're good for now. But let's go for the end screen, and we'll talk about the deck a little more. Alrighty, Aromage of 2020. We destroyed everything we looked at. Wasn't all the most meta stuff or anything, but, you know, if you get Null None against a, combo-heavy deck, this thing will gain you life points out of the wazoo. And it did. Especially against that last dude. So I hope you guys enjoyed this deck, and I hope you enjoyed, Jasmine and Cactus locking people out. Lone Fire helped a lot. Evil Thorn was a good player. Everyone contributed. Even you, Rosemary. And so I hope, again, you guys enjoyed. Smash like if you did. What is next deck again? I believe we're playing some Fire Kings. So I look forward to that. Your boy Memphis is signing out now to go work on that deck, and I hope to see you guys again next time. Till next time, I'm signing out. Take care, everybody.